My name is Brian Cohen, Strategies of Success. Tonight we're in New York City at the kickoff event for Life for a Life. It's a movie and it's going to be coming out soon, and it's going to be phenomenal because it's all about the emotions. Tonight we're going to meet a lot of the people that are behind the scenes and some of the folks that are actually in front of the camera. We'll meet the casting agent, directors, producers. We'll also meet a number of the on-air personalities. I'm looking forward to this, and so should you. So welcome to tonight's Getting to Meet Everybody at the Life for a Life kickoff event. We're here with Kimberly Ehrlich, who's the casting director for Life for a Life. Kimberly, you worked on a lot of different types of movies. Does this movie have a different kind of character that you're looking for?
Well, I mean, specifically it has some really well-written roles for kids. The lead being the 14-year-old, and then also there's a big role of the 5-year-old girl. So we're looking for some very talented young actors, which is really a lot of fun to do, to find this talent in these up-and-coming kids.
Right, and it's also a little bit more than just reading lines, because this is a very emotional movie.
For sure, yes, especially for the 14-year-old role. Yes, it takes a lot, but it's such a good role.
Right, we won't give it away. There's actually a lot I haven't been told about either, but I do know it's all built on emotion. So it's a nice challenge, for you as a casting director. It's got to make you feel good when it's a successful.
Yeah, the script is so well done that I think it can't not be successful.
That's great. I'm looking forward to seeing the finished product.
Yes, me as well.
Thanks for joining us, Kimberly.
Of course, thank you.
Hey, we're here now with Dallas Brennan. Dallas is one of the producers for the show. Dallas, working on this program, on this movie, is it a little different from movie to movie? And is it something that really made this one unique, that caught your attention?
Yeah, I was really struck by this whole theme of forgiveness in this film. And I'm one who, in the past, was in support of the death penalty, and it really challenged me as a reader of this material to really come to terms with when an innocent life is taken. How do we deal with it? How do we transform, and what do we do to transcend it? And Chandra Killaru's script does it wonderfully.
Yeah. It's interesting when you speak to the actors, actresses that are part of this, they have to get so embedded in the role to really take on these characters, as in what you would know. Didn't think it was that much of an emotional connection from the producing side, the directing side of it, but I guess there really is.
Yeah, I get really involved creatively with the projects that I work on, and I'm just really struck by when in this case the antagonist shows contrition for his actions. It makes it's not black and white.
Right, don't get carried away with telling the whole story. We still got some popcorn to buy when we go see the movie. Dallas, thanks so much for joining us.
All right, thanks.
Okay, we're now here with Chandra Killaru. Now Chandra takes on a double role, producer and director. Is it a challenge to sit on both sides of the table, we'll say, with that?
It is. Actually, for this project, I'm just directing and I'm writing the screenplay. I'm not producing it. But for my previous 2 projects, I produced it, and it's a very challenging task to do both. Especially when you're the only producer, you have to handle everything. Right. And it's I'll be honest and say I'll never want to do that again.
You got to give yourself feedback every once in a while too. So,
yeah.
I don't know what I was thinking that last time.
Directing is a very involved job, and when you have to get out of it to do the producer's job, it kind of breaks the tension. I compare making a movie to a human body. Like a cinematographer is basically the eyes of a human body, and the sound engineer are the ears. The actors are basically the hands. The crew is the legs. The director is basically the heart, and the producer is like the brain. That's how I compare. And everything needs to come into play to basically make a human body work. It's very similar to making a movie. If one thing is missing, it goes down.
Right, it gets a little off-centered, it doesn't flow, and it's got to flow.
And right now we have such a great team of producers, and they're helping me, and I'm learning a lot from them.
Right.
And it's been great so far.
That is the best description I've ever heard about the different roles that are taking place within the movie. It's absolutely beautiful. Chandra, thanks so much. I look forward to the finished product, and of course seeing everything as it progresses along.
we are very excited, and this is a great kickoff party, you know, for a short movie.
Yeah.
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
And we are planning on shooting the movie in the first 2 weeks of June, and our goal is to have the movie done by end of July, and probably have a screening sometime in the first week of August.
I'm sure we'll be speaking frequently about it. Every once in a while I get the phone call to do the radio show also.
Absolutely.
We'll talk later.
Thank you.
Very good, thank you. We're here with Lou Martini. Lou is a supporter, as so many people that are here, a supporter of, you know, you get the phone call.
Not an athletic supporter, that's a cheap joke.
Right.
It was coming, I saw it on your face.
It was there.
Yeah.
Well, we save that for the comedy company. This one is totally serious interviews here. All right, that's not really the truth either.
Yeah.
Now, your background is huge. You did TV pilots, movies, Sopranos.
Well, you know what? I've been blessed where I've been doing this. I don't know, maybe I should say cursed, but I've been doing this since I'm about 6 years old.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, I was a child actor. Been making a living at it now for the last 12, 13, 15 years. Where I don't have to bartend and sling drinks or hash and that kind of stuff. So we're doing okay. People know me from The Sopranos basically over the last couple of years.
But doesn't slinging drinks help you build up the characters that you would refer back to, or the emotions you would?
Well, you know what? You meet a lot of interesting people when you're behind a bar. I've done a lot of character study when I was bartending. Absolutely. That's true. You meet a lot of interesting characters that you can bring into your character work as a character actor, like myself. Absolutely.
I took acting lessons once. I need to go back. I did not do a good job, but that was a big component of it. You got to go back.
You're doing television. Look at you. You're the next Geraldo of the web.
But it gets to be me. It's much more difficult.
That's great.
Sometimes it's not easy being me sometimes. But, but you know, to get into somebody else's shoes, I really found that to be incredibly hard. So is there a secret, a trick?
Well, you know what? It's all about the laws of attrition, really. You know, Harrison Ford tells a great story about how when he first started out, there was him and 10 guys that were exactly like him. Tall, good-looking, blonde hair, blue eyes, from the same area. They all went to LA together, and one by one, a year went by, one guy quit the business, he went to go be a plumber. 2 years went by, another 4 guys went into woodworking or contracting. And then, 5 years later, it was finally his turn to get the break. You know, if you stay in long enough, I believe this, and if you really put the work in, a lot of guys, unfortunately, come into this business with stars in their eyes, and they don't want to put the work in. They want to get the sitcom, they want to get the big movie deal, they want to be opposite Al Pacino out of the way, and it just doesn't happen that way. I mean, those stories are rare. Right. Like, the Robert Mitchum being discovered at a soda jerk. That just didn't happen. Well, you got to put the work in, you got to do your theater work, you got to study, and put yourself in the right position, so when the opportunity does come along, you're prepared to handle the opportunity and go from there.
That's when you quote-unquote get lucky, become an overnight success after 10, 15 years of busting your chops.
Right, well they say luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
Absolutely. Right. So here goes. Lou, an absolute pleasure meeting you.
Absolutely.
I look forward to seeing you on the big screen, the small screen, any screen.
Any screen at all,
whatever it is.
Good luck to you, we'll see you on the show.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me.
We're here with Anthony Lally. Anthony, you're one of the sponsors of this event, of the movie, and it's great that you're back here, supporting this kind of thing. Now, your background is very creative. Besides the real estate, it's also on the production side of things. So what side of it caught your attention with this?
Well, Adam and Ramphis, they're young entrepreneurs. They're very zealous. Their production company is amazing, and they've done great work. They're Cannes Film Festival nominees, so who wouldn't want to support them? But they're also dear friends. I'm in the entertainment space because I have 2 reality shows. The makers of House Hunters International are actually our producers for our reality show, which is the first real estate rental-based reality show in New York City. It focuses on the 99% versus the other shows that focus on the 1%, your $1 million listings.
Right.
So, but my background is really in real estate. That's really what I do. And I work with young entrepreneurs. In fact, Inc. magazine named my company one of the fastest growing companies in America in 2012, and mainly because I took my business from 1 retail location to 61 retail locations in 30 months.
Actually, I noticed that on the website. I took a look before coming over here, about the franchises, about really growing these things. But what I noticed really was exactly that. It was about helping these other real estate agents, really empower them, teach them the ropes so they can go out there and succeed. And of course, when they succeed, you succeed, everybody's happy, and of course the client succeeds too.
Exactly. We actually sponsor and pay for people to get their real estate license. That's how much our system works, and we believe in it. Typically, to get a real estate license is $450. we absorb that cost, and then right off the gate, they're roaring.
Yeah. You know, so let's ask this question. What kind of a personality are you looking for? Because it's easy for somebody to raise their hand and say, oh, I want to be a real estate. We're here in Manhattan, a lot of money floating around, but it's not just that we're here in Manhattan, there's a lot of money floating around. You got to have that certain personality.
Well, you know, it's interesting. You need to have an extroverted personality. The most success we get out of our real estate agents are ones with the background of the bartender, the server, and the model, the actor, the actress, someone who actually works in a commission-based industry. And when you think about it, and any of those things that I just mentioned, your personality reflects your financial reward.
Absolutely.
So same thing in real estate.
Yeah, I was talking to the casting director. Same kind of words were spit out by her as with you. You're right. It is all about the personality. No matter what it is you do, and everybody sells something, even if it's ourselves in a job interview.
That's right.
Absolutely terrific.
Pleasure, pleasure. Thank you.
Absolutely. Okay, we're here with Ami Smith and Kaylee Torres. Ladies, it's so great to have you down here, supporters of Ramfis and Adam in many of their ventures. You know, it's just nice to come down and support this kind of event.
Absolutely. Definitely. We're both actors and we love to support other films and other endeavors. And I've known Ramfis for a really long time, so we called up and I said, why not?
Yeah, same thing. I also got the phone call. What are you doing? I said, that's fine. That's 50 miles away. I'll come down for it. So what kind of films do you really anticipate?
We both actually do mostly television.
Okay.
But I do some film work. A lot of independent work, so that's why it's good to support.
Yeah. No, it is. It's a small community when we're working in independent audience.
Yes.
Both in front of and behind the camera. You know, and I love the fact that of the creativity that really comes out, you know, with these folks. You know, you're out there, you're trying to make a name for yourself, you're trying to be noticed, and you have the ability to take chances and doing something a little different. Like Ramfis and Adam just did a film about Hurricane Sandy. You know, it's great. It appeals to the community, the fundraiser. Those kind of projects also that you like to get involved with?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing to sort of get involved in opportunities like that. You know, take risks, and you know, the independent films sort of allow you to do that. And you know, we're not in this film, but we're here to support it. We're here to watch it blossom, so it's very exciting.
And the great part is everybody smiles. It's a whole hell of a lot of fun. Try to do these things, and that is what it's about. Thanks for taking out the time.
Thank you.
Talk to you a little bit later.
Yeah.
Great. There you go. More supporters of the Life for Life. We're here with Adam Lawrence from Beast of the East Productions. Now, Adam, your involvement with this may not be direct, but it certainly is, and it's very much in a supportive role, and your projects with Ramfis goes on and on and on.
Yeah, I got a history with him.
Yes, you do.
Some good, some bad. No, I'm kidding. You know, we work great together, and that's the main thing. Being able to work with a partner that understands, eats, breathes, and sleeps film like I do, and it's such a blessing to work with him because he has that same passion I do. And to be able to put on this event, I know this film came to him a few weeks ago, like less than 3 weeks ago, and to put on something so extravagant like this in Manhattan, 35th Street, get a bunch of talent out here tonight, some great people in the room to support the new film and bring awareness to it. I mean, I'm honored to be his partner tonight.
Yeah, I started talking about how much of a distance I traveled to get here. The person I was speaking to is coming in from California.
Yeah, we have two people. I think there's two people out here tonight from California, although they didn't bring us In-N-Out Burger, so shame on them. But yeah, the people traveled in here from California. We have people here from all over the tri-state area. And again, it's to really show support for such not only a great script and an overall great film that it'll turn out to be, but just a great working team. Everybody in this room is respected in one way, shape, or form in the industry. And to bring us all to collaborate in one room together is a great thing.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask you about. You know, because there's a lot of friends I have. We have like overlap with different things. So in some respects, you might say we compete with each other, but I don't look at it that way. I look at it as somebody that I can talk to that understands.
Right, and that's the thing is the more that you do this whole competitive edge, the worse it can become for you, because it's like, that's bad karma in the end, you know, and being able to help somebody, I believe in that strongly. In this industry and the way the world just should operate in general is helping people and being able to pay it forward, and I believe that, not in a political way, but I believe that everything comes around, good karma, good vibes, all that stuff.
It's not a more important question I could ask after that.
Whoa, okay, what's the question?
No, nothing more than that. Then we should pay it forward?
Pay it forward and donate anything you can to these productions. Pay everything for mortgages, sell your cars, okay? No, I'm kidding.
And listen to the radio shows you do once in a while.
Listen to Brian's radio show, okay? It's actually good, all right?
Would you believe?
Yeah, it's crazy concept, but listen to it. No, but you know, just being able to really bring everybody together again and being able to support my partner tonight is important to me. And you know, I'm doing great things, he's doing great things. I'm working on the feature in Long Island. We're gonna have similar events, and he would come out and do the same for me.
Yeah, I know. We'll be involved in those also.
Absolutely.
Thanks so much.
No problem, Brian. Take it easy. Thanks for having me.
We're here with Ramfis Merkel, who's the producer for Life for a Life, Beast of the East Productions. And from what we've been hearing from everybody, you're an all-around good guy.
I try, you know, just a little bit.
It's a nice label to get, though.
Yeah, it is. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I work hard, man. My work ethic is 24/7, 365, and that's what I bring to the table.
It shows. I know I sent you a text message early this morning. I get a response back immediately.
Yeah, I don't really sleep, man. Like, literally, I wake up maybe 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
I go to sleep about like 2 o'clock in the morning. So I sleep maybe 4 hours. I work 20 hours, not 24/7, about 20 hours.
We'll have to have you back on for one of the lifestyle segments. As to how to do that. So now this movie, Life for a Life, it comes to you. It's a great thing. Were you ready for it? Were you looking for it, or did it find you?
It actually, you know, I connected with the director about a month ago. I want to say, yeah, about 32 days ago we had connected. I'd seen his previous film, which blew me away, A Step Toward Heaven. And after viewing that, I had to read the script, and it was a no-brainer. After I read it, it blew me away. It generated my interest, so I signed on right away. I said, you know what, I have to produce this film, throw my company on, and these are the type of movies I like to do, as you would say, emotional films.
I know, I was going to say, but I don't have to say it now, you did.
And I like films that are based off true events somewhat, so this is something that's very realistic, that can happen, and I always look to make people leave touched, moved, and inspired, and this film does all of the above.
Now, we were talking before with Kimberly, who's the casting director, about the kind of personality she's looking for in an actor-actress in order to participate in this. Is there like a lot of feedback that you give with her when you're trying to cast this, or are you really letting her come up with the right person?
Well, you know, at the end of the day, she's a casting director, so she knows what she's doing. So I let her run with the ball, and then if I feel that, you know, something I need to put in my input, and I'll say, hey, you know, what about this? And I'll make suggestions, and then the team and herself will take a look at it, and from there, you know, so we all bounce off one another. There's a total of 3 producers on the project, an executive producer, and the writer-director, and the casting director. So we've been all creatively working on this project every day. Literally, there's probably 50 emails that go out every day. I kid you not, 50 emails within the group. Attachments, questions, you know, status updates. It's consistent. You know, I'm constantly checking my MacBook, my BlackBerry, and the team as well with their iPads and so forth. So this is a very dynamic team, a lot of movement, and everyone plays their lane. They know what to bring and how to execute with excellence.
And that's where, as you mentioned, it really becomes important to rely on people. So if the casting director is telling you something, you give your guidance, but it winds up going that way. Same thing with all of the actors, everybody has their input, but yet everybody's taking their lead from whomever it is that's running that particular portion of doing the film.
That's true. I'm not too familiar with the TV world. I'm more of a film person. So a lot of the actors that have submitted are on TV shows that I'm not familiar with, but since we have a casting director that's very familiar with more of the TV world than film, it really helps. You can say, oh, you know, this actor is a lead on this show, or this actor has done this on this show, and it helps, and then we have a better gauge. So she kind of weeds out the people that don't belong, and she brings, I'd say, quality to the people that we should take a look at. Normally I would say, I wouldn't look at that, but she says, you know what, you should look at this person because of X, Y, Z, or she may have the inside scoop. The great thing is that she's from LA, and we're based in New York, so a lot of the people that she's looking at in LA, I may not be familiar with their work, and she could more or less share her experience on people that she's seen or distant and so forth. And we actually began casting physically today. We're casting the next 4 days, and then we're making offers to the lead role, the male lead role. We're actually making offers to. We're not casting for that in particular.
Right. Okay. Hey, you know, maybe I give you my business card after that. After that. Now, without giving it away, you want to just give a brief synopsis of what the movie is about? Real brief.
Well, A Life for Life, more or less, is about a young boy, 7 years old. He witnesses his mother get murdered. 7 years later, he bumps into his killer, and he's not sure what to do. he has 3 options. A, revenge. B, forgiveness. And C, the third, the bravest of them all, which I can't tell you, that's the hook.
There you go. All right, Rampus, thanks for taking out the time. I know you got so many people here.
Absolutely.
I really do
Thank you for stopping me, and enjoy.
Excellent.
Thank you, everyone.
Terrific. Thanks.
All right.
Thanks. All right, great. We're here with Phil Kibbe, who's one of the producers of A Life for a Life. Phil, you've done a lot of production prior to this with different kinds of projects. What kind of projects have you done in the past, and why did this one stand out for you that you wanted to get involved with?
Well, you know, in the past I've done a lot of documentary work and worked on feature films as well in the production department. This one stood out just because Chandra had a real good energy and you know, he was very confident. And so that was a draw too. Whenever there's somebody in charge who's got a creative vision, who has, you know, passion and you know, intelligence and confidence, it sort of gets me a little bit more interested in doing it.
Right.
And also, I think I like the story as well.
Right. You know, it's such a big difference between doing a documentary versus getting involved with this project, because this was really so emotional that when one thinks of a documentary, at least, it's more factual rather than emotion.
Yeah, I mean, I always come at it from a logistical standpoint. Projects like this are short term, so you know, I just got finished making a documentary that took, you know, 3 years to make. It was shot on in 7 different countries, and you know, it's just a beast of a project. And there's a real personal element to it. But at the same time, a smaller project like this, even though it's not capturing real life, it's sort of like a microcosmic display.
I have a feeling Rampus might disagree with you about not capturing real life, but real life in the sense of what you're talking about from the documentary,
yeah. Well, no, what I was saying though is it does capture real life emotion. It's just in it's almost in like a compressed, very manufactured way, and I don't mean manufactured in a negative way. I mean in like a, you know, it's more intentional. Whereas with a documentary, you get what you get.
Right, and that it truly is real life, as opposed to actors that are portraying real life. But this is certainly a movie that's going to hit home with a lot of people.
Yeah.
That's great. Hey, absolute pleasure meeting you. Thanks for joining us. I look forward to the finished project.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, we're here now with Misfit Dior. And Misfit Dior, you like so many folks coming down here to support this kind of an event, and also to support Rampus and his different endeavors.
Yeah, I come to support Rampus and Life for Life maybe. I'm a huge fan of independent, organic film projects, and yeah, they're more real.
Yeah, absolutely
Definitely more real.
Now, your background is also within this genre?
I'm in music, but I'm a recording artist.
Okay.
I'm a rapper, singer, songwriter, and I act and I'm in fashion, the arts. But yeah, I'm definitely here to show my support for this project. It's going to be fun.
You know, we're speaking to a lot of people. You know, it almost seems like it's more fun working with the independent films and these independent projects because the creativity level, it seems to be so much higher.
Yeah, I mean, even with me as a recording artist, I'm an independent recording artist. I'm not with a major, I'm with a smaller label. My creative, I have so much more creative input and ability to do what kind of album I want to do. So it's kind of the same if you're doing an independent film project. It may take a little longer to get off the ground, but the result is always so much more, so much better.
It's so much more you.
Yeah,
it really is you coming through.
So much more like, I can't even think of the right word right now, but you know, just the love is there.
Yeah. Well, you know, and that's such a key to success in so much of what anybody's doing, whether it's a straightforward business, you know, it's having that passion to keep going and drive after years and years to become that quote-unquote overnight success.
Exactly. The overnight success is a 10-year success. They always say that. I was having dinner the other day with some people from Sony, and they were like, the overnight success is actually the 10-year success. People don't know about the 10 years.
Yeah. It's what it's about, though. You know, so that's why we have to do what we love to do.
Exactly.
And it seems like...
And then there's all for the art. And everybody, I'm sure everybody has to appreciate the art, and that's what we're here for.
Yeah, it's an absolute great group of people. So that's great. Thanks for taking up the time with us.
Thank you so much. Nice to meet you.
You too. There we go. Misfit Dior. Okay, we're now here with Ladyboy, and Ladyboy, like so many other people here, and I gotta stop doing the intro like that, but it's the truth. Like so many other people here, you're a friend of a friend, and you know them, you support them, they support you.
Absolutely.
You're involved with the people that are putting the event itself together.
Yes, absolutely. My manager's one of Cindy DeSilva has helped with this event together too, along with Memphis and a few others. So.
That means when you get the phone call, sometimes it's to work, other times it's to come out and play. But this is
like come out, smile, and make merry with everybody. I was like gladly, and I know the crew, so they're fantastic people.
Well, not only is it fun, you never know who you're going to meet.
Absolutely, you never know if you're going to fall in love or have a career connection. So I'm here for either one.
Right. Well, you know, that's what it's about. You know, you go out, you meet different people, and you get that overnight success kind of thing.
I'm hoping someday soon.
Right. So now you're a performer. What kind of project do you get involved with?
I am a singer, songwriter, and also an actor. I lived in Los Angeles for 7 years. I've been in movies, every TV show that's been canceled. I step on there like,
claim to fame.
And they're like, Ladyboy just shut down production. I'm like, I'm so sorry.
All right. You know, next time I get involved in something I really don't want to do, you'll come with me.
I'll just be like, oh, we'll shut it down. 2 hours. Just give me 2 hours. We'll make sure it goes down. So, yeah, and then I moved to Minneapolis. I worked with Michael Bland from Prince and New Power Generation.
Minneapolis?
Yes. And
oh yeah, go into that one. You know, one would think LA, one would think New York, I guess maybe Miami, Minneapolis, not rolling off the tongue from a...
It's a little strange, but I was actually quite surprised. I had a band called the Hollowbacks that was successful, and then when the band fell apart, I had these girls that kept calling me Ladyboy when they show up to my show, and Michael Bland invited me out to Minneapolis to work on an album, and we wrote 3, and I started writing for other people, and so the New Power Generation has been incredibly nice to me.
Yeah.
And moved me out to New York because I got signed with Cindy DeSilva.
Very good.
DeSilva artist, yeah.
There we go. Hey, we're back to that overnight success, which is never an overnight. So
never.
Years.
It takes time, and all of a sudden people are like, I know you. And I'm like, well, all right.
There we go.
Let's do it.
Yeah. So you use social media, Facebook, and the rest of that also?
I had anything and everything that is any kind of social media out there. I promise you, I am on it.
There you go. Hey, so the show I do is strategies of success, and we always walk away with some point. So there you go. The key to success is do everything. You just never know.
Everything. You never know where life is going to take you. It's always a surprise.
Terrific. Ladyboy, absolutely terrific.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We're here with Teresa Hakovian. Teresa, your involvement with the movie, I'm hearing, might be more than I'm just a friend and supporter of it.
Yes. I'm here with Molly Brands Entertainment, and I'm involved with the movie. My main career is music, and I own my band, Stellan Tornado. We're getting ready to debut our album. However, I'm also an actress, and I really am selective with the projects that I get involved with.
Right.
I've studied musical productions for a while now, and I was very interested in getting involved with them. And this is just a great opportunity to get involved with a specific story that's very true to its ground. It's just an amazing story.
Much of it. Yeah, when you mentioned about really choosing the projects, so do they.
Yeah.
I know, because there's been a number of projects that I've gotten involved with them, just on the promotion side of things, and they all have that big time emotion in the project itself. Not their emotion, inside. And this is going to be another one of those.
Yeah, that's why, as an actress, you have to really stick with your own gut. And, why do you want to be an actress? You want to work with the people that are delivering some messages that, you want to do good. You're not going to do just some empty roles that are not going to bring something to the society. And I feel like these guys are just amazing.
Right.
And just pretty honored to be among them and to potentially work with them.
Is it really difficult for you to go from the musical side of you into the actress side of you?
They both are so intertwined together. In fact, taking a scene study class, really acts well in my music career as far as presenting emotions to my 4,000 people audiences and having them feel what I'm feeling through my song. And same, back and forth. When I do that on stage and I feel so comfortable, then I go to an audition room. It's the
great. I wish you the best of luck on this movie. I know I'll certainly be a part of it, you know, as we move along. It'll be great.
So much.
Terrific. Thank you for taking the time.
Yeah, thank you so much.
We're now here with Al Thompson. Al, nice to have you down here.
This is awesome.
As like so many people, again, you know, supporter of this. Now, your background is in film.
Yes.
So, have you taken a look? Have you read through the script? Are you familiar with this, with A Life for a Life?
Not as far as script-wise, just really the production team and the people behind it. And, you know, for me, it's just being a filmmaker, it's great when you can support other filmmakers that also support you. So, you know, the day and age has changed of just, you know, being a one-man competition and I just direct or I just write. You know, now you have to do everything from strategizing to writing, editing, directing, and, you know, fundraising and creating a presence and awareness about your project. So that brings a lot more artistic equity to yourself as a filmmaker.
So it's also conceivable where you're going to wind up directing one movie, maybe producing another movie, and kind of swapping roles with some of the people, quote unquote, that you would be competing against, and you're really not.
Right. Yeah, and it's great to kind of see that changing. And you know, we've seen it with Ryan Grazer, Ron Howard, Spielberg, Lucas. So you know, it's our time to do that in digital.
It's a nice crowd to be involved with.
Hey, there it is. There it is.
So does that add to your? It certainly has to add to your knowledge when you're taking on different roles. But does it also add to the creativity because you're getting feedback from different kinds of people?
Yeah, it's great when you have other filmmakers or artists that have a different taste and sense. And as a filmmaker, when you're so entrenched in a project and you're so much into the script or you're so much into the edit, sometimes those blinders start to form and you can't really look at your content, you know, in a different perspective. So it's great when you can connect with like-minded people that can also give you that feedback or may have more of an expertise in a certain lane than you do.
Certainly sounds like one mind or two minds are certainly better than one.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Especially with this kind of a film. It's a very emotional film. You got different aspects that are filtering into it. You know, so it's great that you and Ramfis are collaborating on this and so many other projects.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's a great time to be a filmmaker. It's a great time to be an artist. You know, now you can actually have your voice heard. You know, whether it's online, digitally, from Hulu to Yahoo to now Netflix. Like, you know, nothing can stop you now from connecting to people who want to see your content and who your content speaks to.
You just got to keep moving forward and get the doors open. It's a beautiful thing. Al, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much.
Great stuff. Thanks. Here you go, Al Thompson. All right, we're now here with Miss Albania. Miss Albania, you're down here at a movie. Why are you at a kickoff event for a movie and being Miss Albania? There's a connection there.
Yes, actually, I'm here to support Ramfis because I'm not only Miss Albania, but I'm also an actress myself. I've been acting for about 2 years, and every time I hear somebody who's doing a movie or anything, I really admire them, and I would love them to go as high as they can be. And I wish you the best.
Yeah.
And hopefully one day we can work together in a movie.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You never know. And the kind of people that are here, very creative, very supportive. And there's really nobody here that, well, it's actually very few people that are here that have one little title either. So the fact that you're Miss Albania and then being involved with, you know, with the different projects. So when you were competing, did that help you, or did the competition help you in your acting career? Were you able to fall back on that?
Actually, I've been acting for 2 years, as I said, but I did represent Albania in 2012. So that was after I became an actress.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I was actually, everybody know me as a model and actress.
So we'll flip the question around then. Did your modeling and acting help you when it came to the competition?
I'm not sure because there were other girls there and I was chosen to represent Albania. And it's not that I represent Albania, but I did represent Albania in the Miss Diaspora Models International. So there were 30 girls.
That's great.
All of us represent our own countries. It was here in Manhattan. It took place.
You know, that sounds like it's so much fun. I have a feeling it's a lot of work.
Well, it was a lot of work because first of all, some girls were not confident, and being in Miss Diaspora Models helped us a lot. We gained our confidence, and all of us got along so good, and we also keep in touch even now.
Do you really?
We really had a great experience.
That's great. It's amazing how those housewives women, they can't get along in all they're doing is going out for cocktails someplace. You're competing against each other and everybody's friends.
Everybody was just friends. I mean, everybody was there to represent their own country, and I'm honored. So I was really honored to represent Albania, and we are great people. Not because of Albania, but we are great people, and I love them so much. I love my country so much.
That's great.
I will do it again if I have to.
And you're doing it. And doing a great job representing that, and then bringing everything out here and supporting this event too. So it's great. An absolute pleasure meeting you. Thank you for taking the time.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Great. Thank you. All right, we're here now with the CEO of Live Open House, Vernon Jones. And Vernon, like so many people, everybody's intertwined with somebody in some respects. Now yours goes back to What's Cooking in Real Estate.
Definitely. I mean, Ramphis is a great friend of mine. I mean, he was the executive producer of What's Cooking in Real Estate. It was a show that paired up celebrity chefs with celebrity brokers, and they cooked up a meal and a deal. I mean, Ramphis was the nucleus of our production team, and I'm so proud of him for loving the fine print and his new movie that's coming out. I mean, he deserves it. If anybody deserves it, it's him. You know?
I've had the opportunity to speak with him on a number of occasions, and that one common thing that keeps coming out with is the emotional movies. And certainly he's got the passion that comes in. See, you got, I'm sure, and I know he doesn't sleep at night. You get the phone calls in the middle of the night from him. Hey, what do you think?
Always. I mean, the team, when we were doing What's Cooking in Real Estate, you know, it was a 3 a.m. call, 4 a.m. call. If ideas flow, you know, you got to catch them when they catch them. So, you know, Ramphis is one of those guys that's on top of his game. He's a sharp dude. And like I said before, I want to say it again, he deserves it.
No, us non-movie people, we keep a notebook by the bed. So you write down your notes there, not picking up the phone. But yeah, no, you know, but it's great, and everybody really does seem to be collaborating with each other when it comes to ideas. Whether swapping, I'm the producer this time, or I'm the director another time. Same kind of thing with you. You really get involved with projects at different levels, and you find that it really helps you.
Most definitely. I mean, I started a video production company for the real estate industry. So we create digital assets as far as photography, video production for big buildings, big management companies. And I thought it was a perfect segue into creating, you know, real estate programming that has that emotional attachment to it.
Yeah.
You know, and Ramphis was that guy to make it happen. So I'm looking as an owner of you know, I own a real estate marketing company, Live Open House. I'm looking to get in touch with the everyday people.
Yeah.
And in order to get in touch with the everyday person, you've got to connect with the everyday emotion.
Yeah. And what better room to do that in the kitchen?
Exactly.
That's really what me with What's Cooking in Real Estate. Because so much of what we do happens in the kitchen, whether it's from a social aspect, a business aspect, everything centers around food. So to bring those two components together, that was great.
Not only that, it's the biggest deals are done at the best restaurants.
Yeah.
Because you sit down, especially, you know, and it's international type of flavor, because in China, most deals are done at restaurants. You're not going to get a deal done in the office.
Right.
You know, it's that shaking the hand, it's that drinkable wine, it's that great steak, you know, that makes the seal the deal.
Right.
So, you know, we're here at the Stellan tonight, and just, you know, taking that same motif, you know, we've got drinks flowing, we've got food around here.
And it sounds like you and I are going out for a steak dinner after this.
Exactly.
Hey, Vernon, thanks so much.
It was a pleasure. Thanks a lot.
It's great.
Thanks a lot, Brian.
Thank you. There you go, Vernon Jones. All right, we're here with Paul Sheehan, another actor. And Paul, it's great to have you down here.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's a nice mixture of people that are here to support the movie and support Ramphis in one respect or another. So you, as a fellow actor, you're here because you know. Have you worked with Ramphis before?
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot about him in the indie film circuit. A friend recommended that I come down and mix it up with the various people here tonight. So I'd heard a piece of these productions before and some of their previous projects, you know, doing the rounds. So I wanted to get down here and see what they have in store. And Life for a Life looks like a really, really intriguing project.
Yeah, so. This really does sound like a good one. I had gotten to know him with Loving the Small Print, which they've been to a number of different film festivals, especially the big one, or most excitingly, the big one over in France.
Yes.
So as an actor, you get involved in a number of different movies?
Yeah, funnily enough, one of the movies that I shot, well, this was back in 2011, was at Cannes, Super Capitalist, with Linus Roach and Kenneth Ean. Shot in Hong Kong, Macau and New York by a company called Raw. also was playing a supporting role in that, and shot another movie with Miguel Ferrer and William Lee called Four Assassins by a company called Studio Strada. They're both doing the rounds on iTunes and Amazon at the moment, so yeah, it's been good. It's been to LA and various other spots with both of those, so it's been really, really good. But I'm relatively new to New York, so I've been checking out what's happening in the indie circuit and kind of injecting myself in there. And you know, to see people like Ramphis and Adam Lawrence as well, you know, people who are like working really, really hard and you know, just pushing forward with fresh ideas. It's really good and it's exciting to come into that.
Just be careful when you start exchanging phone numbers with these guys. 3 o'clock in the morning, they're making phone calls.
Oh, well, to be honest, I was up filming until 11 a.m. from 5 p.m. the previous night there just a couple of days ago, so I'm a bit of a night owl. I'm a nocturnal creature by nature, so I'm well used to it. Believe me, it's not a problem.
So that's the thing, don't call you at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, 12 o'clock in the middle of the night.
I'm probably trying to catch up on a couple of hours sleep, so that's the Irish way, you know, we just slot it in wherever possible and just work hard, so we're known for being hard workers.
Yeah, that's good. And it's, you know, and getting involved with films, especially on the indie side, the creativity flows, but the amount of work that goes into these projects.
It's fantastic, but I mean, you know, the market is opening up so wide now, you know, I mean, this is definitely the year, I think, for streaming content especially, and to be able to, which is what the audience want, they want immediate access, you know, and to be able to give that to them and to have the technology to do so, it's a very exciting time for everyone. Even I was just talking to Adam about the new compact cinema camera by Blackmagic. You know, it's this, you can fit it in your pocket, but you're getting the same resolution like, you know, a 2K camera, even though the sensor is slightly smaller. I'm a bit of a camera geek besides being an actor, so, but you know, these things are allowing people with ideas and new stories, original ideas to come out and you know, compete on the highest level with filmmakers as well. So it's good that the egg is being cracked open, so to speak. I know there's always gatekeepers, especially for actors, but you know, that's slowly dwindling away, and if you've got a story to tell, you can tell it. So it's fantastic. It's a great time to be around working in the industry, I believe.
And the good stories get noticed, without a doubt.
They do, yeah. I think if you know, if you can keep people hooked past 2-3 minutes, I mean, attention spans are so short these days, you know, that's literally what it is. If you can do that, you're onto a winner, and I think the guys are definitely onto a winner with the premise they have with Life for Life, so I'm very excited to see what happens.
Yeah, it should be a great movie, a lot of excitement, a lot of emotion that's going to be there, and I think it's going to touch a lot of people.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, a classic revenge style, it can go one of 2 ways, so it's going to be very interesting morally to see how they deal with it. So I'm very interested to see what happens.
But no matter what, you're walking away with an opinion after this movie.
Oh yeah, I would hope so. I would hope so. You know, a good film should do that. You know, and plenty of people have come out saying they've hated something, but it's an opinion nonetheless. If you can force people in a certain direction, I mean, that's testament to your craft. So I believe that the guys, just from speaking to them, certainly have that under control. So.
I think so too. That's great. Hey, thanks for taking out the time. Lovely meeting you. We're now here with Jesus Estrada, a former Project Runway contestant. Congratulations on that.
Thank you so much.
That must have been a lot of fun.
Oh, it was so much fun. You know, I think the most important thing about all of it is that I really found myself as a designer, and I learned a lot. And I've come a long way from when I was in Project Runway.
It's interesting how those stressful situations we put in, and I'm sure there was a little bit of stress involved.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Between being followed by the camera, getting commented on all the time, and of course being judged.
Yeah, and not only being judged by the judges that are there, but being judged by the world that watches the show.
Yeah, that's why it's all visible with everything.
Yeah.
But you know, those stressful situations sometimes brings out the best in us.
Yeah,
sometimes the worst, but certainly the best in us. So that's what helps you really grow.
Yeah, you know, it just really makes you find yourself and really learn more about what the fashion industry is really about.
Right.
And then that's when I really realized I really wanted to be a fashion designer for the rest of my life.
Really? That's a good time to learn.
I know, right?
When the whole world is watching.
Absolutely.
You know, okay, I'm going to really
this is what I was born to do, and this is what I'm going to keep doing for the rest of my life.
That's so funny. That really is. Now, as a fashion designer, you know, we're here, we have this independent film that's coming out. The clothing side of it, the costume design, how important is that when it comes to telling the story of the character?
Oh, I think it's absolutely 100% very important for the directors or the costume designer, whoever's designing the outerwear for the film. Really keeps those people or actors in character. So I think the designs have a lot to do with a lot of independent films or a lot of movies too. You know, like as a designer, I love to go out to the movies or watch films, and the first thing I look at is the dresses, what they're wearing, what the girls are wearing, what the guys are wearing. Like, you know, it really relates to the era as well too.
Right, and also I think the emotion too.
I think the clothing itself tells a story too.
It does. I mean, look, if you walk into one of the films they did had to do with different relationships, and one of the relationships is not going well. You know, and if the shirt's pulled out a little bit, you know, after somebody.
That means it's kind of rough relationship, right?
Oh, and it was a rough relationship. Yeah, there was all kind of this beating that was going on in that one.
Wow.
These guys love doing these emotional films.
No, I think I'm here to support because I'm very supportive about this whole independent kind of film. Idea that a lot of kids are really like taking advantage of nowadays, you know, with all these independent films making it big out there.
Yeah.
So I think I'm here to support, and I'm very excited for it because I think this new film really tells a really good story.
It definitely does. You know, I wonder how many people make a film and then realize after it gets out on YouTube or wherever that, hey, I really like doing this.
Yeah.
A little less stressful than your situation.
I think it's all stressful. As an actor or as an artist or as a creator, I think it's very stressful.
Yeah, you do have to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Even what you do, especially on the show. I mean, you do have to be comfortable with those setbacks that happen.
Yeah,
you learn from them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's good. That's great. I'm really glad that you joined us. Get a little bit of insight from the costume
I
side
know, right?
of things.
From the designer point of view.
Yes, well, we spoke to the actors, the producers, and you know, and many of the producers. So to get that kind of an insight, even the casting director.
Yeah, I mean, I got a chance to meet him, so it was awesome, you know, just to talk. And I was reading through this, you know, like storyline and everything, and I thought it was very interesting.
Yeah, they're great. It'll be good. All right, absolute pleasure. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
You too. And then we'll see how this thing goes. And maybe we'll get you involved with the movie.
I know, right? Who knows?
That's what it's all about. Thanks again. Have a great
My pleasure. Have a good night.
You too. You too. There you go. Our X-Project runway contestant. So we are now here with Judy Sahagian, a personal friend and also the executive producer for
A Life for a Life.
A Life for a Life. There we go.
Yeah.
So now the executive producer role, you get a chance to get involved with just about everything, from the events, the fundraising, the movie, making sure everybody's got what everybody needs.
From A to Z, nuts to bolts.
Yeah. When in doubt, call Judy.
Of course, you know that already.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, you know.
At 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm always available.
Yeah.
You have to love what you do. With this film in particular, we're trying a new concept. So this is a kickoff event, and Ramphis and I have done many projects together. And when he brought this script to me, he said, "Judy, read the script and tell me what you think." And within an hour, I was like, "Ramphis, this is amazing. Whatever you want, I'm in." You know. And usually he has to twist my arm like things a little bit. And you know, so far when I met the rest of the team and I saw their credibility and what creative people, I'm so excited. Today we were doing auditions all day, and it was just so much fun to see what goes on behind the scenes and bringing it all together and bringing something that's on a piece of paper to life.
Yeah, it's exciting.
So yeah, it's completely exciting.
Yeah, it's always great, especially, you know, everybody in the creative world, whether you're doing a speech, whether you're making a film, whether you're doing a movie, whether you're doing a play, a comedy show, whatever it is, you know, to go from that concept to reality and then get people's reaction coming in, it makes it all worthwhile.
Yeah, and you know, when we decided to do this kickoff event, I said, you know, Ramphis, okay, we're raising money for the film. Let's try something different. You know, sometimes when you go and you pitch to people, hey, I got this great film, their guards are already up. I'm in sales. I do commercial real estate. The one thing is, people like to buy, but they don't like to be sold.
Right.
By Jeffrey Gittimo. And
he's got a point.
Got to quote him.
Yeah.
And you know, so in that aspect, I said, why don't we put an event together, like a kickoff, introducing the crew to the people, to our network, let them see our past projects, how we've collaborated with each other, let them get excited, and let them want to get involved.
Yeah.
And I think that, you know, for the most part, we hit our mark today. There were many important people here, celebrities that came down to endorse us, press, media, investors, sponsors, you name it, you know the drill already.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting, and I think that we've gotten a great head start with the film, and we'll be shooting June 10th is our goal date.
It's a major project, and we met so many of the people down here tonight, and it was so much fun doing that. Got a chance to speak to a number of folks on camera, you know, which is nice. But everybody was just ready to go. You know, whenever I spoke to somebody, are you interested in doing this? The answer is yes. I love the fact that you have an independent film that's really going out there and it's going to touch emotions.
Yes.
And everybody had such great things to say about Rampus, about you, about the rest of the team, and about the fact that it is a team.
Well, as you know, you've been there for What's Cooking in Real Estate. You know the synergy there. All my partners are here, and we just continue to support each other because that's what it's about. You know, we come together, we're the creative part, and we bring this information out to people. With this film in particular, it touches a very human element where you need to make a decision. You know, you need to make a decision. Are you going to go with anger and hate, or are you going to forgive and be the bigger person? And that's something, and there's not one person, I think, in this world who hasn't had to contemplate that thought. So therefore it makes it very powerful. And also our film Love in a Small Print, you know, it went to Cannes, and then 2 days ago Rampus calls me up and he says, Judy, are you ready for this? And I'm like, what? And then he's like, we got international distribution. And I'm like, what's that mean? You know? And he means we're all over the world, baby.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm like excited. I said, so can we announce it the night of the event? And he's like, absolutely. And that's exciting because now all these companies are going to look at our material. We don't have to pitch it like that. So it's so great to be able to have international distribution happen 2 days ago, and now we got this powerful script there, and it's gonna go right through the floodgates. So sky's the limit, baby.
Absolutely, everything's wide open.
What do they say in Toastmasters, my fellow Toastmaster brother?
That everything's possible. I know
If you believe it,
oh, you can achieve it. That's our good friend Steve Chen gets credit on that. I know how much I love to say the name of the movie again. Give it one more time, and then we're going to say goodbye to everybody for now.
Please get involved. You know, whether it's volunteering, investing, we need your help to bring quality movies because as Chandra said in the presentation, you know, movies can change the world. If we touch one soul out there to turn it from anger into love, then we've done our job, and we cannot do it without you. So please get involved, go to the website, and I look forward to meeting you.
There you go. I couldn't have said it better myself. Judy Sahagan, absolute pleasure. You're terrific. Folks, I'm so glad that you joined us this evening. We're at the Kickoff event. We've met so many great people. This is going to be a movie that's going to touch you. Whether you agree or disagree with whatever the outcome of the movie is, doesn't really matter. As long as you have an opinion, that means that really touched somebody. And I'm looking forward to seeing it in theaters all over the world. So have a great night. My name is Brian Cohen, Strategies of Success. We'll see you again at another Kickoff event. Fantastic.